Alright, in the previous video, we have completed the forward pass with the lag. Now in this video, we will do the backward pass with the lag. Okay, now we have to perform the backward pass to calculate the free float and the total float. Free float and total float is also known as slack, free slack and total slack. So either we can call it as slack or we can call it as a float. Okay, alright. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the backward pass. So in the forward pass, we started with activity A. In the backward pass, we start with activity I, the last activity in your project. Okay. Now, the early finish of the last activity is your project duration. So here the project duration is 55 days. All right. So the backward pass, what we are going to do is we are going to calculate how late we can start and finish an activity, or what is the latest we should start or finish an activity. So what you do is, since the project duration is 55 days, the latest I must finish activity I is on 55. So straight away you can copy down 55. Okay. All right. Now this is the late finish and this is the late start. Okay. Sorry, late start. Okay. Now, so in the forward pass we did the plus, in the backward pass we are going to do the minus. So 55 minus 5 would be 15. So I'm going to put 55 minus 5 would be 50. Okay. So see, I must finish on 55. So how late can I start I? If I is 5 days, I can start on 50, right? So because anyway the project is finishing on 55, so it's okay to start I on 50. Even though the earliest I can start is on 45, okay? Since it's only a 5-day activity and the project is finishing on 55, so it is okay to start on 50. All right, that's the backward pass for activity I. Okay, let me do H. Okay, now watch very carefully. I must finish on 55. Okay, which means H, when can we finish is the question. So if I must finish on 55 and the relationship between H and I is such that you must finish H, wait for 10 days, then you can finish I, which means I can finish on 55 and we need to think backwards. So 55 minus 10 would be 45. Okay, so I must finish on 55. Before finishing I, we need to wait for 10 days. Okay, then finish H. So 55 minus 10 would be 45. So I'm going to bring here 45. Okay, now this is pretty simple. 45 minus 5 would be 40. Okay, now come down here to G. Now watch G here. So I see there is one arrow here and there is one arrow here. I'm trying to fill the number here, which is late finish. Okay, what is the late finish of I? 55. And what is the lag here? 10. So put 10. So 15 minus 10 will be 45. Okay, and what is 45 minus 4? 41. All right, let's do the F now. 50. Okay, and if you notice here, there is nothing here. There is no lag or anything. So we can bring the 50 straight away over here. Okay, 50 minus 10 would be 40, but you need to wait here. Okay, because there is one arrow here. All right. Okay, now again watch here. 50 minus 10 would be 40. So now the question is, should we put 40, or if you notice here, there is here. See, the moment you are trying to fill this box, you need to check if there is any arrow going in or going out. So here there is a lag, no arrow is there. So 45 minus 10 would be 35. So now the question is, should we take 40 or should we take 35? Do you remember when we did the forward pass, we took the highest. Now we need to think the opposite because we are doing the backward pass. So when you do the backward pass, we take the lowest. So 45 minus 10 would be 35. Okay, so this is done. Let's do E. Okay, So E, I'm trying to fill this number. Okay, I'm trying to fill this number. So 35, then we have, so this finish, then start, right? So 35th day, we can start, the latest start is 35th day. So the latest finish could be 35. Okay, so we just bring this value over here. Okay, all right. Now 35 minus 15 would be 20. So write down 20 here. So E is done. Let's come down to D, right? So the D, what we will do is, watch this, 45 we can bring it down here, sorry, 41 we can bring it down here. So 41 comma, now look, watch this, when you do the backward pass, 35 minus 10 would be 25, right? So now the question is, should we take 41 or should we take 25? Remember, we should always take the lowest. So we will bring 25 over here. Okay, because watch this, this has a finish to finish relationship with a 10 days lag. Okay, which means E is finishing on 35 minus 10, so D can finish on 25. Okay, but if it finishes on 41, then we will have a problem, because if D is finishing on 41, right, if D is finishing on 41, then we need to wait for 10 more days, then only we can finish E, which means this will finish on 51. That is not possible, right? So in the backward pass, we take the lowest, which is 25, and 25 minus 15 would be 10. All right, okay, now let's do C here. Yeah, now if you notice here, we got, there is one here, there is one arrow here, so we need to calculate. Okay, the first one is this, let's do this arrow first. In this arrow, what happens? 40 minus 5, so that would be 35 comma, this will be how much? 35 minus 10 would be 25. Again, see, when we are doing the backward pass, we are only filling this section, so don't look at the top here, look only at the bottom. Okay, so this is the late start, this is the late finish. Similarly, late start, late finish. Don't look at the top, just look at the bottom only. So to fill this, I need to check what are the arrows coming in or going out. So when I fill this, I got one arrow here, so I need to go here and look at the bottom. So 40. So 40 minus 5 would be 35. Then similarly, there is one more arrow here coming to activity. Look at the bottom, which is 35. 35 minus 10 days lag is 25. So should we take 35 or 25? The lowest, 25. So bring the 25 here. So 25 minus 10 would be 15. Okay. All right. So now watch this for activity B now. So 20. Just straight away bring 20 because there is no lags here. So 20. 20 minus 10 would be 10, but you got to wait here because you watch here, there is one arrow here, there is one arrow here. All right. So what we have to check is 15 minus 10 would be 5. So is it 5, or 20 minus 10 would be 10. Is it 10, or 10 minus 5, or is it 5? And we take the lowest. So 5 is the lowest. So we take the 5. Okay. And 5 comes here, and we have the 0. Okay, and that's how you will calculate the late start and late finish. So I want you to pause and watch the video. Again, pause and watch the video. Get the concepts clear. Watch the video as many times as you have to get it clear. Okay, now we have done the backward pass. Let's calculate the slack. Okay, the float. All right, which is pretty simple. We just need to fill these two sections. So 55 minus 55 is 0. 5, 10. So again, 45 minus 35, 40 minus 30, 10. 50 minus 45 is 5, 0. So I'm going to fill it up. Okay, what I've done right now is I've calculated the float, or what we call as slack. Okay, now you will get questions such as this in the Blackboard mock exam. You get a question like, is this relationship between A and B, is it critical or not? So what is relationship between A and B? The relationship between A and B is finish to start, isn't it? So they might ask, for activity A and B, for finish to finish between activity A and B, is it critical or not? Yes, it is critical, because whenever you see the 0 and 0, right? When you see 0 in both the sides, it is critical. Okay, let's do a couple of more. What about activity B and C? Activity B and C, what is relationship? Start to start. So what is is it critical B and C with the start to start relationship? So start to start, activity B and C, is it critical? So yes, watch, start 0, C start 0. So yes, it is critical. All right, let's do this BE. So for activity BE, the relationship is finish to start. So the relationship finish to start between B and E, is it critical? No, because see, there are values here. There should be 0 in both the sides. So we will say no, it is not critical. Similarly, let's do E and F. So E and F, which is finish to start relationship, is it critical? Yes, because 0 and 0, yes, it is critical. All right, let's do one here. Watch this. Is this relationship critical? C and H, this, what is relationship? Finish to start. Is finish to start C and H, is it critical? So we got 0 here and we got 10 here. So no, it is not critical. Right? Similarly, let's do DG. What about DG? Finish to start relationship. Finish D, then start G. Is it critical? So we got 0 and 16. So no, it is not critical. It should be 0 on both the ends. So whenever you see 0, 0 critical, 5, 5 non-critical. Okay, 0, 10 not critical. Yeah, 0, 0 critical, 0, 0 critical, 0, 0 critical. For example, watch this. This is what relationship start to start. So start to start between activity B and D. So we got 0 here in the start, 0 in the 0 here in the start also. So yes, it is critical, right? Okay. So in principle, the overall network, when there is a question of is it critical or not, yes, it is critical. Okay. So what you have to do in the Blackboard is you need to answer this question. Let me see if I can go to Blackboard. Yes. Okay. So the same question here. I think in our exam you will not have to fill. You will get the question in the multiple choice. You have to choose the answer. But I will show you what to do for activity A. See activity A. What is earliest start? 0. See here, the earliest start is this corner. What is earliest finish? 5. What is the late start? 0. Late finish? 5. So 0, 5. What is the start slack? This is the start slack, which is 0. What is the finish slack? And this is the finish slack, which is also 0. Then come down to activity B. 5, 15, 5, 20. So 5, 15, 5, 20. Start slack is 0. Finish slack is 5. So 0, 5. Okay. So you just have to likewise fill everything. Okay. Now they're asking, is finish to start activity A to B is critical or not? So you need to type yes or no. Let's randomly pick one. Let's choose BE, which is finish to start. B, is it critical? BE, finish to start, is it critical? No, we got 5 and 5. So what we have to type here is no. Okay. Finally, they're asking, is the network sensitive? Yes. So if you notice here, there are a lot of total floats here. There are a lot of slacks here. And if you delay, whenever there is 0 floats, which means if you delay any of this activity, your project will be delayed. So in principle, we will say yes, right? Well, that's how you have to do this particular question in the exam.